lovely beings. Yes, today I'm gonna, I have a live again, and more people will join me while I start. I just started. But today I'm gonna I will put my live on YouTube and Rumble, so people can watch it back. So, so I'm gonna post it also there. So I'm gonna share as much as possible of you woke up and what's next. So you know what you know, what's happening and what's next. What are the things you can really focus on? What are the things you can do? What are the things what can help you in this now moment? With all you know and with all you understand and what all you figure out, what can help you the most right in this moment to deal with this reality, to understand this reality, and what can you do now to have a better experience of this reality right now in this moment, and what can help you the most. So really I will be giving tips and things you can do to really enhance your now moment, enhance your reality in this moment, to have a better level of understanding about your life and about yourself and this reality, and what helps you at this moment, right here, right now, in this present moment. So I'm gonna be sharing that. So while more people are coming on, because I just started, everybody is very, very welcome. Everybody is also very welcome to ask any questions. This is Q&A. Ask me any questions about all levels, about emotionally, physically, mentally, things that you're going through or whatever. You can ask me any advice, you can ask me any tips, you can ask me whatever you're going through, share about that. And just know that everybody's very welcome. Everybody's very welcome to follow me. I'm making a lot of videos. I make a lot of content. I'm on all social media platforms. I call myself Miss Hellbreaker because Hellebrekers is my real surname. And thanks, Dan. I'm a healer and a coach, and I come from a place called Heal. And my real surname is Hellbreaker. I'm here to help you break free of this construct of reality. Break free in your mind, in your emotions, in whatever's holding you back. Breaking free so you can really be you, and you can be even more alive. You can more experience this reality to the fullest and be really alive before you die. To understand this and to feel it and to feel it very deeply and to take everything out of it. Make this the best you can. Can you make this the best you can? Can you do the best you can? Can you make it the best your best version of yourself in this now version? How can you do this? How can you understand this and yourself even better? And I'm here to just help you in any way I can. And I'm just making these things. And I'm going to post this also on YouTube and on Rumble. And you're very much welcome to follow me. You're very welcome to ask any questions. And I'm just here to help you understanding this reality. Help you enhance yourself, enhance this reality. Also, how can you make this better for yourself in this now moment? So I'm a coach, healer. I'm a yoga and meditation teacher. I give online healings to people all over the world. I give healing courses so people can also give healings. And hello. Hi. Everybody's very welcome. You're also very welcome to follow me. You are welcome to ask any questions that are involving about spiritual growth, self-growth, understanding. You're welcome to ask any questions about that. Because when you ask questions about that, my answers will also help me grow and help others grow and help have more understanding, because we're all teachers and all students from each other. We are here to help each other. We're here to understand from each other. We're here from this whole humanity, we need to unite. We have been so many times divided, and we have to unite as one humanity. there's so many differences that we have, but they're small in comparison of lifetimes and lifetimes of like the things that you like now you're angry or frustrated about things that you don't know them in 5 years. You don't know them anymore in 5 years. Like, we care too much about little things at this moment, like that frustrate you or anger you, but in the long run, that those things don't help you. What can you do now for yourself to make this a better reality, not only now, but for in the long run as well? How can you be more happier? How can you be more peaceful? How can you be more living in the moment? So I'm a coach, healer, energetic healer. I help people to let go of old things that they don't need anymore. So can they have more energy in this now moment and be more happy? But I also make videos to help you in this now moment. So I'm giving yoga meditation, I'm giving healing, I'm giving coaching, I'm giving lots of talks, I'm making lots of videos. You can check my videos here. And I'm gonna be posting this video also on YouTube and Rumble. And if I can help you in any way, not only now, but in 2 years, whatever, like, you can really send me a message. And at this moment, I also changed my website. I put my Linktree everywhere. You can find me everywhere on social media. And at this moment, I have my website. I put this in donation based. Because at this moment, everybody is having, not everybody's having a financial, but it's not easy moments for everybody. And also, when you're like struggling with certain things, you're not always like overflowing. And I understand it's like a lot of people are struggling financially. And so I don't want you to, like, there's no reason why you shouldn't go further in life, or like understanding things and learning and growing and evolving. And that shouldn't be like in any moment, like, there shouldn't be boundaries to that. Like, you could, like, that shouldn't be a blockage for you to understand knowledge, to understand growth. And like everything, there's so much to find on everywhere, on internet, on YouTube, on everything. You can do so many things, you can learn so many things. Like, the universe is like, it is there when you really want to know. And if you really want to understand and really want to learn, it's all there. So I just point you where you can find it. And mostly it's inside, going inside. And that is so important, going inside, understanding yourself, understanding this reality. And some things that are really big things that can really help you in this moment is making it, like, there's certain things that you can do. And that is like really important. First of all, drink clean water. The water you're drinking, it's not all clean. So make sure that you're drinking clean water. Like, tap water is not the cleanest water. But make sure that you get a filter or whatever, or like make sure that you get the most clean spring water or whatever. Like the natural stream water is the best, but see what you can do after that. Like, you find out on the internet. Like, this is like, you drink a lot of that, and it's really important to be hydrated. And then the other one, it's really important to be hydrated also by eating fruits, by eating lots of light things that give you energy. And fruits give you the most energy, and especially when it's like natural, organic, not sprayed with all sorts of chemicals. And that is like, because you are what you eat. So it's like one of the basic things that you can do to feel better about yourself is eat healthy and drink healthy. Then it's about your state of mind, your thoughts, your beliefs, what is going on in your head. It's what is going on in your head, that you're like having good thoughts about yourself and towards others. It's like, a lot of times people are very negative to themselves, and they're like, oh, I should have done this and this, and you're perfectionistic, or you think you're not good enough, or you think like something needs to happen, change in your body. It's like those things really, like, everything will come in the right time. Like, understanding, accepting you and loving you in this moment is one of the best gifts you can do to yourself. Say a lot of times, I love you, to yourself in the mirror, and really like enhance your self-love and your self-care. What do you need? Like asking yourself, what do you need? What do you want? In moments, like being more conscious in the moment of how you're feeling, what your needs are. Like, and the other one is also being more aware of your feelings and emotions, like when they are there, to really acknowledge them, to not put them down, not wanting to feel them, really acknowledge them in the moment when you're feeling them. Really, like, instead of projecting things like, I'm angry at you because you make me angry. No, there's something, what you said triggered something in me that makes me angry, and I'm angry, and I'm really feeling like angriness, anger, and then, or feeling that sadness, really feel that really deep inside yourself what you need to feel. They say feel to heal, because we have so much things happening in our realities. It's like, and trauma that we have, and we have to heal that, and we have to hold space for ourselves and be more kind and compassionate and caring, holding space for whatever we need to feel in that moment. Like the trauma, sometimes like thoughts of what happened to you in the past come by, and like really feel that loss and really feel that sadness and really feel what you need to feel. That is like one of the most important things that you need to do as well. That is also really important, to take good care of your body. Take good care of your body. Like move, walk, cycle, exercise. I love yoga, so I love doing yoga, and I also share that. So I love doing yoga. Like really exercise, come in the body, just like making like stretches and dance, like all things like becoming more in your body and feeling that body. So also having like more that connection with your body. Some people say like you're just spirit, you're not your body. No, you're also in your body, and that's also grounds you. When you're walking with your bare feet on the ground, that's also something that's really good to do. Then you have that the healing energy from the earth and the magnetic field from the earth, and it's like really grounding. And that's also really grounding, is also being in your body, feeling whatever it does with your body. And when you're feeling also more, you have that more the connection with your body, you also feel what you're eating, what it does with your body. Do you feel more energy after you're eating? Feel you less energy after you're eating? Do you feel bloated? Do you feel like, oh, this is still stuck in your throat when you ate it? It's like really be more mindful, like what it is, what you can eat healthier. That is also one like really, really important part. What can you eat? Can you eat less? Like intermittent fasting is something that you can do. People eating 1 time or 2 times a day in a 4-hour window or 8-hour window, and all the rest they're fasting. Because that is also something else that's really beneficial for your body. Is like long amounts not eating, and there are also a lot of people who do really fasting. But first start with intermittent fasting or eating less, and feel how you're feeling. Maybe you're feeling lighter by eating less or feeling like fasting. I did several days fasting. Like I did 1 day's fasting, 3 days fasting, and one time I did almost 8 days fasting. And that was like, but there are people that do like 20 days fast, 40 days fast. It's like really possible. And but it's like, take care of yourself, like, because you have also a lot of like emotions coming up or like detox symptoms. So do a lot of research before ever doing something like that. So start with intermittent fasting or 1 day fasting. Hello, you're live in India. That's good. And that's so cool. Here you have people from all over the world. And I'm also going to record it and I put it on YouTube. And we're gonna put it. I couldn't put it on YouTube or Rumble because I make also videos for that. And this is like really amazing. Like when I'm making these videos, I can also put it up there as well. So everybody who's here is very welcome. If you have questions, like really, it's about like spiritual growth, understanding, awakening. Understanding this reality, understanding yourself on a physical, emotional, energetic level, and what are the things that you can do to enjoy this moment the most. And one of the things that you can really enjoy this moment is like sometimes to meditate. Take some time for yourself and be conscious with your breath, and you can be more conscious breathing and really deep breathing. When you breathe very deeply, you're much more connected with your body and you're much more peaceful. And when you're like stressed or busy, you breathe from here. But when you connect with your body and you connect with your breath, you become instantly more peaceful, and you are very more peaceful inside yourself. So whenever you feel like stress, anxiety, busyness, just breathe deeply in and out. And sometimes also meditate. Just sit there and just breathe and see what comes up. And then you don't have so much that monkey brain, like, oh, I have to do this, or I have to buy this, or I have to the grocery shopping list or whatever, what you still have to do. It's like that goes away, and then other thoughts coming, but more like creative thoughts, like ideas of what you can do, and deeper inner knowing, or ideas are coming up. It's like something deeper comes up, something like some more deeper feelings and deeper thoughts, and sometimes also healing comes up. And that's why it's so important, meditate. And the more you meditate, the more you're more aware, and the more aware, you have a meditative, hello, everybody's very welcome. And meditation gives more awareness in the moment. It gives more awareness and presence in the moment. And that's why I want to help people with. But I will go back to number one, first one. What is really important? Be hydrated. So I need some water. That is also very important. But you have the hydration from water, but also hydration from foods. And that is also really important. So I get some water. So water, foods, your body, exercising, going outside in nature, having fresh breath, fresh air is also very important. Going out there. And so I'm going to drink some water. It's really... Make sure you're drinking lots of water, and make sure you're drinking healthy water. Spring water is most healthy, in a stream. Then you have mountain waters. Then you have filtered water, because there's a lot of shit in the tap water. So just know that. Thank you, Charles. I'm doing very well. If I feel inspired, I need to share. I made also a video just before that here. About why I have this intrinsic need to share, because I felt I learned a lot in a short time. I'm very much about spiritual awakening, spiritual growth, understanding this reality, understanding this myself more. And then I just want to help others. How can you have a reality, better reality, and a bit more happier reality at this moment, at this now moment? And I'm just sharing tips of what you can do. So drinking good, healthy water, drinking healthy food, meditating, connecting with your body, and having better thoughts about yourself and this reality. Changing your thoughts, making more positive thoughts. Anytime you live in TikTok, share the live in my inbox. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. You can follow me, and but I don't know how to, if you send me a message in TikTok, I will find you, and then I can share it. And I'm just now giving some advice what you can do to be more happier in the moment, and being more aware in the moment. Mindfulness. It's more being very focused on what you're doing, whenever you're doing that. And with meditation, you learn that more, because a lot of times when you're meditating, your thoughts drift away. So you come back here in this now, and being more aware in those thoughts when you have those thoughts, and what kind of thoughts that are. Because when you're doing certain thing, you have all your focus on that thing, and that is already meditative. If you're cooking, be fully engulfed in that cooking, be busy with the cooking. When you're driving, be busy with the driving. So then you become more aware. It's meditation is also practice to have become more aware of your thoughts when they come there, and when you are distracted by your thoughts and when not. And the more you have the pauses in between the thoughts, where you're just sitting there peacefully, you will feel a peace and a love that you never felt before. Because you're that inner being that is inside yourself. And because you're sitting still, you're not doing anything, you're just breathing. And you feel a peace, and you feel a love, and you feel something inside you that you never felt. And you bring that into your everyday reality. You bring that peacefulness in your everyday reality. And it's like what you said, mindfulness, being totally inside that. And then you are also very much in the now, instead of like thinking of like, oh, what can I do tomorrow? What can I do later? Then you're really like in this moment now, and you can also enjoy it now. When you're eating, be fully busy with the eating. Focus on the taste, and know that suddenly that food will taste so much better. That food will taste, if you're cooking with more presence, with more presence in the food will taste so much better. And then you'll taste all the herbs, all the whatever you put in, it's with so much more presence, and with so much like, oh, this herb, and you taste it and you're like, oh no, that needs this and this. But it's the same when you're eating it. There's so much more presence. There's so much like all your senses. When you're eating, when you're more present, and when you're eating more healthy, and you will feel it in your body more, you will be also more present in the moment, enjoying that moment also more. You're not busy in your thoughts. You're really here in this now moment. And then you understand the moments also feel longer. When you do meditating, 1 moment, 1 minute is really long. When you're really present, there's no time. You're really in the now, and there's no time. And you really understand this moment also more. You appreciate this moment more. And you will understand, you have more love for the moment and for the time that you're in it. And you will have also more understanding for like, you can also be more present when someone else is talking to you. Instead of being like thinking about like tomorrow and other moments, or what you want to say to the person, you can be really like listening to the person. You can be hold space for that person, because nothing is going on that much in your brain, because you can be focused much more. And that is what meditation can teach you, like be more focused in the moment. Oh, thank you, Sundar. 100% right. Yes, you're very welcome. And that is like being more here. And you can train that not only in meditation sitting, but also just sitting there listening to music. When you're cooking, when you're like only busy with the cooking, that's like mindfulness. Because the only thing that makes you suffer is all your thoughts in your brain that's all the time going on. Because then you can't have peace. You're not here. You're not enjoying this now moment. You're not like, because you're somewhere else. And then you find out you're your whole life somewhere else. You were not the things that matter the most. You were not present there. And that is what makes it important. Like being present in this now moment, understanding. I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you too. And it's like, once you know this, you also appreciate other people that are also aware. Like you understand each other. Hello, One Love. Thank you for the follow. When you call yourself One Love, I think you understand. we are one, and we all love. And that is such an amazing understanding when you know that you're one with everything and you are love. But once you get those glasses, those pink glasses with love, you see everything from that perspective, and you know that everything is love. Everything is love. And everything what is not love is for you to let go of, and to understand, to break down those boundaries, and to break the walls that you build around you. And then you understand that everything was meant to wake you up to that love, to wake you up that you are love, that we are all love. We are like one containers of love and compassion and kindness. Take care of yourself as well. And that we are like, we have this one moment to really like make sure that you feel good and you feel love, and then you can share that with others by love, your smile, by kindness, because once you're there and you're present, you can be there also for others. You can hold space, you can help others, because a lot of people are struggling. They don't have time left for others. They don't care, like they're not, because they're so struggling. They don't have the time and energy to take care of you, or to like, hey, how are you doing? And I had from one of my former colleagues, she said about me always, you don't only ask how I'm doing or how people are doing. You really have like a genuine care what they're saying after, what they will say, and how they actually are doing. And that is what you have. Like when you're out of the monkey mind, while out of the busyness, you're just present and you're understanding this reality more. And then also, like, you get more puzzle pieces, you get more like understanding and more learning and more wisdom and more growth. And that is your path. At one point, that is your path. Understanding this reality and sharing that with others. Like, what did I learn? It's about learning and sharing that. And by sharing, you learn again. Like by sharing my healings, when I give my healing, I also receive new information, new advice coming to me that I say to others. And that also sometimes also refers back to me. Like, I need to do this also again. And that's why we always keep on learning. We always keep on growing, and also from each other. So anybody who has any questions, you can always ask me, especially about like spiritual growth and awakening, and how can I help you like on a physical level, emotional level, mental level. And that's what I said, like certain things are like really important. Having eating right, drinking the right things, being connected with your body, being aware of your thoughts, and being aware of this moment, being really aware in this moment. And in this moment, there's like timelessness, there's like infinite growth, there's infinite awareness, and everything needs to be exactly like it is. And sometimes I made also a video about levels of awakening. So first you understand this reality more, like they lied about everything, you go too deep in the rabbit hole. But before that, you have no clue. You have like ignorance is bliss. You're like, you do your everything. It's like you're like automatic pilot. Then you wake up. Then you go into the rabbit hole, researching, and then you go like, what helps you, making sure that you get healed, that you get like growing and evolving and understanding, and then you help the others that are suffering, that are not having that awareness that you have, that they don't have that view on life, that you don't have like changing your beliefs, changing your reality, changing like and accepting. Like there's a lot about like accepting and loving you wherever you are right now, but also knowing you can evolve, you can grow, you can make a difference by making a difference also in other people's lives, by making a difference in your own life. What can I do that makes my reality better for me? So you start to like owning up to your own like creator being, like you like understanding that you're responsible for your own reality and you can make changes. Like some things you need to accept because you can't change this, but other things you need to take action. And what kind of action do you need to take? But also knowing you don't need to know the whole journey yet, just little steps, little by steps, and the whole journey will come. Like trusting that everything will come to you in the right time. The right steps will be revealed. Trusting in the moment. Just knowing, like there's a knowing that everything needs to be like it is. There's a knowing that like life happens as it is, and knowing that everything is like divinely orchestrated for everybody to wake up in the right time, for everybody to have certain understanding, for everybody to like what it is, like enlightenment. It's like you're like when you woke up, when you understand, you're like there's like a level of like awakening, more awake, like onion peeling, more and more like layers are gone, and you're more yourself, and you're more like present, and you're more like just grateful. And being grateful is one of the highest frequencies you can have. Being grateful for every person, being grateful for every moment, being grateful for every experience, being grateful for all the food, being grateful for certain like being like gratitude can be a practice. You can like really about gratitude. You can practice gratitude every time you eat dinner. where am I grateful for today? And especially with a family, everybody can share, what is this person grateful for? What is this person grateful for? And then you start your food with from a feeling of being grateful for everything. And then you're also more grateful for the food. You will taste it more. And also when you go to bed, you can also think like, what I'm grateful for from today. And also, what can I do different the next day? What can I learn from it? What are my deepest lessons and learnings? And you can have your whole reality. You can see it with more intention, with more growth, with more learning. Like everything, what does it have to teach you? Seeing reality as one big, we're in one big mystery school. Once you wake up to certain things, everything in reality is learning and teaching you things. So approach the reality is like one wonder. You're like a child. So on one hand, and everything is so paradoxical. On one hand, you're healed, but on the other hand, you can always heal more. And on one hand, you know everything. You're an infinite spiritual being, but on the other hand, you know nothing. We're just figuring this out. Everybody's figuring this out. And I also don't pretend to know what. I just mostly share for what works for me. And if it helps you, it helps you. And if it isn't, there's so many other people you can check in, and also check in with yourself. Start sharing yourself. Because once you feel hey, this doesn't resonate with me, this resonates with me, and this doesn't resonate, it's because it's your own truth, and we all have a different version of it. We all have a different background, reality, culture, upbringing, teachings. We all have just a little bit. There are things that are exactly truth, but there are all things that are just a bit different, and everybody has a different perspective, and that's why we learn so much from all different people also. And that's why when you feel, oh, this resonates with me, this not, you just feel truth. But it's just it's almost remembering. You know it. But when someone hits you and this is true, this is not true. But when it's not true for yourself, it's also to find your own truths. And a lot of people are not so aware of what they feel or believe, or what they need, or what their desires, or what their intention is, or what their purpose is. It's being more aware of what is your truth. And when there's sometimes a different than most truths, start sharing it, because there are people there that need to find those truths, to find out for themselves what is actually their truth. Because some things resonate and some things not. And there's always a deeper truth, and it's more when there's more awareness, when there's more love, there's a deeper truth, and there's more depth. People that already try to figure it out, are on this journey, they found out some things. And that's why I'm also sharing, because hey, I found this out, and found this out, and found this out. Maybe I want to make sure that in the I found this out 50 years, 20 years, I want you to find out shorter. But I also know everybody are that awakes on their own moment. When I just had my work, people need to know this and this and this and this. But then on the other side, people find it out in their own moments, and just having that relaxation also. Whoever needs to hear this will hear this. And also knowing that what I'm saying is not mainstream. And it's and not everybody will get me, you have different perspectives and different frequencies. When you're sharing certain things, people don't get it. But that's why I also people that are already on this journey, they get me. And people that are totally asleep, they think I'm crazy. Because you have that person that does fasting and eating fruits. There's a lot of people don't understand. And then you have the fruitarians that think, hey, we eat fruit, yeah, we know. But then you have also people that woke up and they're going keto, or they're going to raw meat, or and that's everybody has their own truth, their own reality, and what is working for them. But veganism and raw and fruit is working for me and my body. So I also like share everything what works for my truth. And then you have like different gradations, like healthy food. What is healthy food? And everybody has like what is healthy for you. Like what feels good for you. Some people say I'm not ready to give up this, but yeah, are you ready to give up certain other things that are not healthy for you, like alcohol, smoking. Some people think like meat, fish, dairy. There's bread. For a lot of people, bread is really like not good. Then like a lot of people have like problem with gluten, but you can have like gluten-free bread. You can like spelt, or like you can use other things. And you can also, what is also important, like detoxing by eating fruits and by eating like smoothies and juices. You detox because like you have a lot of produce coming in, you get a lot of energy, but also your body is healing because it takes less energy for digestion. That's why fasting is also so healthy, because your body is not busy with digestion, the body is healing. Your body's healing, but you're also emotionally healing a lot of times, because then you get hungry. When you get hungry, you get angry. But it's like anger comes out, frustration comes out, sadness comes out. One time I did even like a dry fast, and I was in the middle of the night. I woke up and I need to cry so deeply, and then after I'm lighter. So that is like, but like I also understand this journey is for everybody different. Like even if you just like change one thing in your habits, it's already good. But there's like a graduation, like fruits, like mono fruits is also easier to digest, to eat mono fruits. But also you can smoothies and juices, and then it's like when you get a lot of produce and then like juice, you feel a lot of energy after. You can check out my video on TikTok. After I drink my green juice, because you get a lot of energy from it. So, and then there's also Britarians, but there's all people that don't need food anymore, but they just eat sometimes whenever they feel like it. And I think for myself, it was possible when the air was more healthier. So you breathe deeper, you get more oxygen in, and you get like nourished by that. But because of all the shit they're spraying, it's like, I think it's not possible right now. But there are people that do Britarians. I saw a documentary about Britarian festival in Italy. That was really interesting. But everybody, that's why I want to acknowledge everybody has a different role, different where they are, and understanding of their reality and where they need to be. And just also knowing, like once you're on this path of growing, like self-growth and understanding and knowledge, you want to know more and more and more. And then there's so much things out there, and there's so much things, like really see who resonates with you, what they're sharing, but also how they're living. What is their life? What is their legacy? What they're sharing and what they're doing actually. So that is like, I had some really great teachers, and then you saw their personal lives and like, no, this is not... I want like that you like embody, like really embody what I'm saying and I'm also doing. And first I was very strict vegan, then I was very strict raw vegan, almost like fruitarian, and then I sometimes make exceptions when they have like, when there's a party or something, when people bring food, then I make sometimes exception. And I still do that. Like if I go out for dinner, I do make an exception. But I also know that if I go to dinner at like a organic vegan restaurant, there's like so much more detail into the health and detail to everything, and it's like so good, and it tastes so good, and it's like it feels also much better. But it's for everybody different. But I just share a bit from my reality and what helps for me and what can help for you. So I did also a 30-day juice fast. I did several fastings, and I also did juice fasting. And that was really healing as well. And I also did like 1 week of only grapes. Grapes is really like, if you go into detox food and what is really like healthy food, and then grapes and grape juice is one of the highest frequencies. Like I was like, for 1 week I was totally high, and it says it's like juicing and fruits and like especially grapes, it will heal everything. There's a book, it's called The Grape Cure. And it says like when you do like 1 week grapes, it like heals everything. And it's also good to do maybe 1 or 2 days fasting, like fasting beforehand. So I did 2 days fasting and then 1 week grapes, and I was like completely high, and I really loved it. But it was also different because I got organic grapes from my own garden, so it was possible to eat those healthy grapes, because a lot of times they spray a lot on grapes. And it's also really important to eat healthy and eat like organic food, and just go to farmers or grow it yourself. That's even the best. Or like get to farmers where you get it, and that they ask if they don't spray organic farm. And yeah, so these things are really good. But what is also really good to understand yourself, it's like meditating, but also journaling. Start writing, see what comes up from within yourself that wants to talk to yourself, like so you understand yourself more. I have a lot of writings that I did through the years, and I want to make several books, and I made like sort of poems that I want to publish, but I'm not sure yet like how I'm gonna do that, but I'm working on it. And then you see what comes out, and write as if you're your biggest fan. Write as if like, hey, like for me it was always saying like, hey, you're doing great, keep up what you're doing, one time it all makes sense. And I had to say that also to myself to understand and have that faith, and have like, and also see what comes up for ideas. Like one time I was writing, and then by writing I realized something, that I was doing something that didn't feel right. But I didn't want to acknowledge that for myself in my everyday reality. By writing, like deeper feelings, like your subconscious, like also with meditating, like your subconscious, you have like your conscious things happening, but there's so much more subconsciously, but like you have traumas, emotions, fears, like being more aware of those becomes like when you're like doing like meditation, doing trauma work, doing healing work, and doing like journaling, things will come up, and things will like, you will understand deep levels of yourself that you normally don't feel or don't understand or don't let yourself see. And then it comes out. I was like, suddenly I was writing something like, this doesn't feel good, and I was like, I have to stop with this, I have to make a choice. And normally if I had like thoughts, oh no, this is not, and I would just do what I was doing. But when you're writing, it's there, it's like really there, and you have to like acknowledge it, and you have to do something about it. And journaling is really good to understand yourself more. And it's really about understanding yourself. It's really about know thyself. Like it's really about finding inside what's like, what your soul, your heart, your intuition, what is there, and not like letting anybody else say what you need to do, or you need to think, or you need to like really finding out by yourself what works for you, and what are your desires, what are your ideas, what are you like really want to do. And for me it was already, I wanted to help people. I worked at a social service wanting to help people, but then I was stuck in a system. But it were not, like most of the people were not busy with helping people. So then I was like, yeah, I want to help myself first, and make sure that I'm happy. And then I also still want to help people that come to me, that know that I can help them with things. And I still want to help people, like become more aware of themselves. So that's what I still am. Because once you find by yoga meditation, I found so much love and so much peace inside myself, and I went such a healing path, and I feel so good, and I just want to help people also find good inside themselves and about themselves and their lives, like on which levels, like what are the things in your life that you have, What are the elements in your life that you have accomplished? That where are you happy? And being more aware of that. Being what do you want to change, and how do you want to change? And also knowing that the change will come if it's necessary. So what are the things in your life? What are you happy about? Like, first of all, like, you. Are you happy about you? How are you happy about your how you are, how you look, how you things that you can change within yourself. And then there's some things like relationship. Are you happy in your relationship? Can you change that? Or do you want a relationship? How can you attract that? Or what can you do about yourself? How can you make yourself, like, how can someone else love you if you don't love yourself? So cultivate self-love, cultivate becoming a better version of yourself, and then you will attract that naturally. Where do you want to live? Like, in what place are you living? What kind of house, right? What kind of job? Are you happy in your job? Are you happy in the job that you're having now? Is this your real purpose? If it's a different thing that you really feel, start learning things about it. Start doing courses. What I was doing in my job, I didn't feel like this is for the long run, but for now this is good. But in all my free time, I was doing courses. I was doing learning. I was doing all sorts of different courses to learn what I would do later. I did yoga meditation teacher training. I did a channeling course. I did a healing course. I did a massage course. I was doing a lot next to my normal job to learn more, so I could share that. And maybe there's things that you really want to really find out, like, what is your real purpose, and start working towards that. Or maybe you can even do it next to your job. So really find out what is this, what you really want to do. So what do you want to do for as your job, but also what do you like doing in your free time? What do you love doing? What gives you energy? What things what gives you a lot of joy and happiness? And for me, it's dancing, and also dancing with other people. And I had last weekend I had an ecstatic dance, and I love doing that, on a beautiful location and dancing, and other people they're so really, really feel what do you need to be more happier? Huh? I also when I'm I love inspirational movies. I love doing yoga, meditation. I love sharing that. I love watching inspirational movies, and and being with people and going into nature and walking and being in the sun. That's really I love being in the sun and enjoying nature and the sun. So really find out what it is, what gives you energy. Being more aware of your energy is also something that's really good. What gives you energy, what takes you energy. Also people, places, experiences. Being more of your energy body. Being more aware of your energy body. That is also really important. And when are you drained? When you're exhausted, or when you're feeling not so good? What made that happen? Why is that? What does Andre feel about me? Well, I don't know Andre, but Martina. Hello, welcome, Martina. Martina is asking, what does Andre feel about me? If Andre really likes you, really loves you, he will make an effort. He will not run away, and he will not make you doubt how he feels about you. That you don't know it. Someone is really there, someone is really present. They will let you know how much they love you, how much they want to be with you, how much they make an effort. You just asking, what does someone feel about me, makes it already you doubting it. It's because he doesn't make you know what he actually feels about you. Just you not knowing it makes he is not taking care of you. He is not showing you. That is clear. And that is once you're I had so many relationships, partners not really seeing me, not really understanding me. They saw my face, they saw my smile. Oh, that's already enough. And then the whole other what I was, they didn't see me. They didn't really see me and not understanding me. And now I have a partner who really sees me, understands me, my intentions. He is there. Like also, there are people that criticize and the people that support. Make sure that you have someone that supports you, that lets you know how amazing you are, that lets you know that you, like your heart, that he sees your heart and how beautiful you are, and like from the inside, how like you care and how you're doing the things you do with so much love and care. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you too. Thank you also. Because it took me a long time to really find, I have now a partner, and I had lots of relationships, and I now really have, it took me a long time to find that. And once you have that, you understand why it all needed to happen like it needed to happen. Because now I have someone who's totally present with me. He's totally there for me. He does everything for me. And every time I do just one thing for him, he already says thank you so much for what you do, and even little things, and he's like so grateful and so appreciative, and you're so when we were, I love you so much, and I'm so grateful you're in my life. And having that feeling every morning when you wake up, like, oh, having that other person being. But a lot of times we are like, we find someone and we forget, like, we don't appreciate this person anymore. We know more and more about that person. It's not interesting anymore or whatever. And you say, Martina said, I think he's my soulmate because I don't want no other boy. Yeah, you saying already he's a boy. I don't know what your age is, of course, but you want a man, you don't want a boy. A man that's there. And also, even if you want that and you feel that because you have that love, doesn't mean that he has that love as well for you. So that is what you have to find out. It's like a lot of times women, they want to share, being there, like, but they don't receive it back. So make sure the other feels the same way about you. You deserve someone that feels also that way about you. They don't want anybody else. They just want you. They want to do everything for you. They want to be there for you, and they let you know that. You don't have to question that. So really find out, Martina, like if he feels the same, you know if he feels the same. And you deserve someone who feels the same. And everybody deserves that. So, and sometimes it takes a while. But sometimes it also takes like learning and healing yourself. Like an understanding about previous relationship. What was this person saying to you? Like there's mirrors of where you are in life. And yet you can learn and you can grow. So it's always a mirror. Do you think I will be with him in a relationship? It's about like, does he also want that? You can want him and you know it when you let him see. But if he's like evasive or not letting you show, that already says enough. So if you are already, at this moment, for me it's really strange that you have no clue yet what he thinks about you and if he wants to be with you. So, and if you have a really relationship, it is already there. From the moment you just know it, and the other person also knows it, and you totally like go for it. And I had it in the past, if like you have a runner and that's people go after, and then the next relationship you're afraid, and then you go after it, and then that person is a runner. So it's like all the time different roles. But when you finally are ready to really commit together, go for it, you will feel it. Thank you so much, lady. Have a fantastic day. Yeah, you too. And I hope you figure it out. And wishing you much love. And that is, but you have to go through it, because a lot of times you're not ready yet to surrender to yourself, to accept yourself fully who you are. So that's why lots of times in the past, you accepted people that loved versions of you, but not the full you. And also because you didn't find yourself fully yet in the past. So like, this is like a whole being, the rest of myself was like, I didn't know myself. Like I was like totally unconscious until my 29. I only, like after my birthday, I said no to my mom. because before I always did everything what everybody expected of me, and only then later found out like what do I actually want to know. So that's why it's also very important to know what you want, what not want, what are your boundaries. Don't make yourself like you have to have boundaries, like what you want, yes or no, like and be aware of your yeses and nos. Be aware of your yeses and your nos. And the more you wear also your body, the more you feel it more in your body. Yes and no. And you will feel it when someone wants to take advantage of you. Or like whatever it is. And you will feel it. Like, And you're understanding yourself more and understanding the reality more. And then you will make better choices. Make better choices. It's all very aware. Like good to be very aware of your choices. Yes, no. Is it from the yes and you know it, but also is it from fear or is it out of love? Is it because you're afraid, or is it because sometimes you're afraid and you have to go over it, and sometimes it's fear and it's not your thing, and you have to find it out. But also. Like every choice, like being more aware of every choice. What are the consequences if I do this? What is the consequence if I do this? If I eat this, I feel light and happy after. If I do this, I will eat more. I feel a bit worse after, but it's an interesting experience that I want to have right now. But then you be really aware of the choice. And when you do, sometimes you say like, I'm going to eat something that is not the most healthy, but I'm going to definitely enjoy it. Then you also get energy from that. Like hello, Dinero, welcome. So making a video here, like I'm here live, but I'm also later on sharing it on my Rumble, and I'm sharing on my YouTube. So all my links are in my link tree under my name here on TikTok. You find me everywhere on social media. I'm a yoga, meditation teacher, spiritual teacher. I give energetic healings for beings from all over the world. I give also healing courses for people all over the world, so they can also give the healings to others. And I just share whatever I need to share. What I learned, I share to others. What I understand, experienced, learned, healed, whatever I want to help others finding that as well. So I'm just make myself as much as possible happy and healthy. And as healthy and happy as possible. And the people that know me, I'm not different. I'm not different if I'm saying here or if I'm in real life. I'm just very, very happy. And I'm just like, I want to help others like get out of the struggle and being more happy. So I shared here some tips. How can you be more happy in this now moment? So I'm like, being more aware, being more of your... Oh, thank you. See, and you're beautiful. Thank you. But what... Oh, thank you very much. Sharing a rose. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you very much. I had quite some things with all my lives. I got roses and I got all sorts of things. So what I did a couple of days ago, I changed that into... I could give other people also things. So... There was a person that's like an inspiring person, was here on TikTok and had their wedding ceremony. So the things that I got on lives, I shared it with these people that were married. So that was really nice to be like forwarded. And that is something that is like also one of the really big teachers in life is you really receive by giving. You really receive by giving. I gave so much away, so much stuff and things, but also energetically and things, good words or whatever. I'm like overflowing, and I just give and give and give, and I know that the universe will give back to me whatever I'm sharing. I'm like sharing love, I'm sharing wisdom, I'm sharing growth, I'm sharing like inspiration and growth. And hey, Brazil. You're from Brazil. Hello. I was in Brazil at the Universo Paralelo Festival. And a really interesting country, Brazil, with a lot of light, but also a lot of darkness. Like, it's like I felt the most light I ever was, but I felt also the most dark I ever was. Like I felt like really lots of darkness and fear, and at one point I needed to go out there. But I also, yeah, there was like also I found things were so synchronicity and so much beautiful things, like exactly. So, oh, you're right. I'm from Nigeria, yeah. So I never know how it's in Nigeria in Africa, but I believe there also there's much more sun. People are much more happy, but there's also a lot of corruption going on, and but like lots of like people, like a lot of enslavement of the people for so many years. So there will be also like really interesting energies probably. And I never was in Africa, but I felt like lots of energies in Brazil, and it didn't match up with mine. But I love the people that were aware, the people that were aware, the people that had certain, they were amazing. There were amazing people there in Brazil. Yeah. So being more aware of your choices and being more of your yes and no's, and also being more your energy. So what brings you energy will not cost you energy, and being more and I was also saying like being more like you're more loving. You're like always like there's more love and there's more freedom in yourself if you grow in yourself, when you cultivate self-love, when you cultivate healing in yourself. There's more love. There's so much more love. It's like you want to help your fellow human being thrive. You want everybody to thrive. Then there's so much love for humanity. I'm like, I want this whole system to be different. Like we've been all enslaved. We've all been brainwashed. We've all been poisoned. We've all been like on so many levels. And you want people to be free. You want your people to be free. You want that everybody has possibility to a certain amount of knowledge. And on the other side, it's also it also needs to happen that we are the pioneers. We're sharing this with others, so everybody else can share that again. And so it will spread. It spreads and it spreads. So that's why we are like the persons that wake first, and we share it with our friends and family, and it will have a ripple effect all over the world. So at this moment, I get also goosebumps. There's a huge awakening happening in this world. We're going from Piscean age, like dominance over others and power grabbing and money, and it's not about that anymore. It's about we want to have a nice life for everybody. We want everybody to thrive. We want everybody to have the same possibilities and financial possibilities, like prosperous, and everybody have enough food, and everybody has a nice house where they're living in. And that is what we all want. We want the whole humanity, and that's why we need to unite. One of the most important things is we need to unite. We need to overcome those little things that they made for us to clash, like not being trusting each other, like the color of our skin, or like of like what kind of education you have, as if you're like worth more because if you're doing this. It's like we're like are thinking that people that are homeless are like lazy or whatever. Look, we have like been in like we have certain beliefs because of society, and we need to come together as humanity and understanding, and also understanding what is really happening, and we have to come together. We have to fight against the people that are enslaving us and dominating us. But you also have to free yourself from it. And the more people are freeing themselves of it, the more we just have a different reality. We're not participating in that reality anymore. We're like here, we are on this side, and we can help you to go on this side. And that is like, we are like, at one point we have a totally different, I still hope that we all have like a tipping point and we all wake up. But until then, we're just gonna start like a different society. We're gonna just have a different one. Okay, this is how we live. This is how you can also live. This is how we are free. This is how you can also be free, at least until everybody's free. So like, how can you make sure that at this moment, until we're all free and we all are prosperous, until humanity is awake and the whole earth is liberated, because it's happening, because more and more are people waking up, more and more people understanding, and like we're going to that. More people like, oh no, I don't believe the fear mongering of the mainstream media, of like the corruption. Everybody sees the corruption of the politicians. It's clear. Big Pharma is not helping you. They just want to poison you for the rest of your life. It's like, it gets more clear. And so that's why we need to like, okay, you do this, we'll go differently. We go live differently. We go back to nature. We're going to have our own vegetable garden. We have our own fruit trees planting. We're planting fruit trees. At least we have enough food. We have healthy food. And that is one of the main things that we need to have. And then we have a different way of doing things. We're like more like coming together with people where you live around with, and you're like making medicine to your own hand. You're taking back sovereignty. You're taking back your life. And you can really do that in certain countries. You can just go off-grid living, have like, there are communities, there are people living around you where you can work with. And you have a more, you have more possibilities, because when you are in the system, there's so many costs. You have to, like in Holland, you have to work with the two of you full time to pay for everything. And it's like if you come from other countries, you never heard of how much taxes. Sorry, how much taxes you have to pay in Holland. They like for everything they have taxes. It's like so bureaucratic. People have they have no time to just relax and enjoy reality. They have to find this out and find this out, and have to pay this and have to pay this. It's like they make this whole reality so much. So you're like they make it also consumerism. So you're always like, oh, I have the bigger house and the bigger car and this. No, you're like trained to think you want this, that this makes you happy. No, it doesn't. But once you wake up, you need nothing. Everything is already in you. You don't need nothing. Everything is there. And you don't want the things. Things don't make you happy. And then you find that out. Like connection with other people and nice experiences. Like whatever. Like that is like what really matters. And being there for yourself. Being there for others. Being there for children. Being there. Whoever. Like that is such a difference. And those rich parasites, what they need is our attention. Are and once we don't give that anymore, they're like nothing. They just they live out of your attention. They're making videos like this and this. We don't care what this person. Now you have things here on TikTok about Cannes. It's like, I don't care what someone is wearing in Cannes, or some gala or some award show that is good for your ego. Like, oh, let's put some egos higher up, and then they think that they are something just because they're like an actor or a musician. Like, what the fuck? Sorry. Sometimes also need to rant. So also make sure that you need to, like, once you're frustrated, once you're angry, let it all out. I made a video this week about anger. So really feel it. Like, go punch some pillows. Go scream. Go like dance on a certain, like really like a song. Like I love Rage Against the Machine. Like dance on that. And then it's out, but you can use that energy to fuel. And why we are so Rage Against the Machine, why we are different, we're rebels, it's because we're here to build a new one. We are not built to live in the world like it is now. We are built to live in the new world that is coming. And we have different ideas, different beliefs, different things of seeing, because we're going to be the pioneers. We're going to be the leaders of the next world, of what's coming. And we are creating it. We are doing our purpose with every role that everybody has. Whatever your role is what you have to do right now. That is your purpose, what you're doing now. And every now moment it's different. Maybe tomorrow you wake up, I want to do this. Maybe in 5 years you want to do this. Maybe you become a healer, coach, inspirational teacher, or whatever you feel intrinsically that you want to know, or like what you want to do. And that is something that is like, really feel what it is you want to do. What you want to do later on when everything shifts. When you have everything in your whole life. You have enough money, you have to do, wherever you want to live, or whatever house or whatever. What do you want to do with your time? Most of your time. What is it what you do? What I want to do is create a healing community where people can come, where people can live, but also people can come to heal their bodies emotionally and physically, heal their bodies, like through detoxing, through fasting, to eating healthy, to eating certain herbs, supplements, like to let go of all the shit that they have in their body. And then also do emotional healing, like trauma healing and letting go of that. And that is so important. People have we don't know so much about what's actually happening, and we need some more us time, like a retreat or like more silence, so we can really hear our thoughts of what we really want. And we need more going inwards. And I think that is one of the best things you can do. Go inwards, listen to yourself. And listen what you need to do for your life, or what you need to change your life, and change what you can change, and accept, change what you can change, and accept what you can't change. And some things, even like I want to have this world different already now. I wanted already 10 years ago different, but I know it's coming. I know it's changing, and I know more people are waking up, because I see that everywhere. I see that here as well. The videos people making, the truth is coming out. And yes, in the meantime, it's horrible, and people are dying, and there's a genocide going on. People are dying, and it's really horrible, and people are struggling, and people are suffering, and people are committing suicide. But make sure that you are there for your people. Make sure that you're there for your people. I am also saying, people, yeah, you're not alone. We can deal with this. Who knows how long it's gonna take? But I believe it's gonna be in our lifetime. I am here for this. I'm here for this transitioning. I'm here for the awakening. I'm here. And if not, I awake myself more and more. And I make my life as happy as possible for me. And then I can let other people also see that this is another way of living, and this is how I'm doing it. And if that feels right for you, maybe we meet along the way. Who knows? And maybe I can help you with anything. And thank you all for listening. Thank you all for listening. This is a great video. I'm already looking forward also to putting it on my Rumble and my YouTube as well, because there's so much shared. And I hope it really helps you in finding yourself more, and understanding yourself more, and understanding this reality more, and that it helps you in this now moment to have more peace and have more love for yourself, and have some pointers or tips what you can do, what you can really do yourself, and what you can change yourself. So, and just thinking about it, what can I change, what can I do, hey, what is it? You open yourself up to new ideas and things coming to you, and you know this reality can this can change once you're open, once you're open to change, more open to the unknown. Things happen that you would never, synchronicities, things you would never thought of coming your way. And there's infinite ways of this reality, and it can only get better. Just know that it can only get better. Just have that knowing that it can only get better. I feel better most days, and I get better. I have more understanding. I'm happier with who I am. I'm happier with where this world is going, because this evil was already there thousands of years. Now we're getting aware of it. So it's happening anyway. We're getting aware of it, and there's more and more people waking up, and it's no stopping this. There's no stopping us. There's no stopping us. And there's no stopping you. To what you can reach, to what you can understand, what you can feel. Really, it's there. So you, know yourself and grow, and being on this path of growing and understanding and knowing yourself, and and doing the best you can for others and being there for others. And by helping others, you also learn. By what the advice you give to others is you because everything is a mirror of you. But you also need to see when it's a mirror of you, when it's not a mirror of you. Like if someone is just rude, it's like, and you are not rude, no, that's not a mirror of you. But sometimes you have also think like, oh, you don't like this about someone, and it's like, oh, maybe I have this also sometimes on someone else. So it's all about like understanding yourself more, and how can you be more, more yourself, totally yourself. And because before the society trained you to be the same as everybody else, no, you're not. Otherwise, you would not be here and watching this, huh? So welcome to a different way of being, different way of living, different way of doing things. And you have to find your way. What helps you? And if I can help you along the way, maybe I helped you already with this video, who else? But I just here to help you understand it and hope this will help you. And I'm wishing you all the best in life. Much love. Bye-bye. And maybe see you in another life. Bye-bye. And another live or another live video. Bye-bye.